to my channel. Today I have a mid-March message for all of the Pisces out in the collective. Please note this is going to be a general reading, so it is not going to resonate with every single Pisces out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I am a psychic intuitive, a spiritual coach, and a sound healing practitioner. So without further ado, Pisces, let's go ahead and dive right into your mid-month message. So Pisces, we are starting out with Go the Distance, Tender Embrace, and Winter's Dream Gestation Period. Okay, we are going to start off with the heart of your reading here, which is Tender Embrace. Now, I want to point out that it is a number 22, so this is a master number, and the master number 22 truly signifies the master builder. Now, Tender Embrace is about being compassionate. It's about being warm-hearted for others and for yourself, as well as being very benevolent and having that sense of kindness, and extending that kindness and empathy and sensitivity to others. Now, I do want to point out that elephants are very majestic creatures, and elephants actually bring in, they hold divine feminine energy here. And I love that with this tender embrace, it's really wanting you to ask yourself, are you willing to share your kindness? Are you willing to hold space for others? Are you willing to be compassionate for not only others, but for yourself here, Pisces? And I feel that Pisces can be very compassionate and very empathetic towards others, but it's also about making sure that you hold that same space and that same empathy and compassion for yourself, no matter what you're doing, where you are, or what you are going through. The Go the Distance here is really wanting you to go beyond. It's wanting you to, you might have an actual vision for yourself that you'll only be able to go so far, but Go the Distance is wanting you to push forward. It's wanting you to continue the fight, continue moving forward. I think if you actually have a little bit more confidence in yourself and be courageous to go beyond what you perceive yourself to be, to do or to accomplish, you would be surprised at how far you might actually go. The Winter's Dream is really about a pause. It is about a rest. It's about understanding that sometimes we need to sleep on things. It's not really about rushing forward so much as it is as a time for us to be restful and contemplative and sort of, allow our own inner guidance and gut to provide us with the details of what's next. So I feel that your primary message here is really about being open to the compassion and to the empathy and sensitivity for oneself and for others. So let's go ahead and dive into the tarot here, Pisces, to see what additional information Spirit has for you. So we're starting off with the Lovers and the Empress. So this is very interesting because the Lovers is really, it talks about a union between two individuals that are very attracted to each other, but it also represents specific choices, contracts, commitments to oneself and to other individuals. The Empress is about creation. It's about creativity and, creating and birthing something new here. And I find this very interesting. Now, the 47 on the Go the Distance reduces to an 11, which is another master number. And 11 is all about the awakening. It's about really vibrating at a higher vibrational frequency and sort of rising up to higher understandings. So I think that that's very, very interesting here. So Okay, so let's dig a little bit deeper here because I'm really excited about this. So when I look at both the Lovers and the Empress, which are both major arcana cards, by the way, okay, so that actually says a lot. And the Go the Distance is in your past here. So I want to point out that with Go the Distance, it's really about a test of your strength and a test of your endurance. Now, and it's about the long haul, right? The long haul that we often face. I do feel that what this is truly signifying here is that in your past here, Pisces, you have had some relationships that sort of were vibrant. They were very abundant, and it sort of blossomed into something amazing and beautiful. And you might feel like you've lost that now, because I have both of the loss and grief cards right here with the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. Okay. Now, I want to point out that I feel that what this is saying is that the overall message that I'm seeing here for you, Pisces, is really about you being willing to step out of whatever belief you have about being like suffering in this sense of loss when it comes to this particular relationship. The Five of Pentacles is really about a test of our resources, but it's also a place of victimhood and martyrism. The Five of Cups is that loss and that grief that we face when we feel that we're not being supported, or that we're not being seen or heard or neglected in some way. But the thing with the Five of Cups here is that you have a specific choice here. It's the same thing with the Five of Pentacles, Pisces. You can choose to be your own savior. I think one of the things that I really see with this Five of Pentacles in this particular deck is that if you're waiting around for someone to rescue you, it is not going to happen. This key is easily accessible by you, and you're meant to be your own savior. You are meant to rescue yourself. You have a choice. You can choose to stay where you are in this state of loss and in this state of grief. And it's not saying that by you being in this state of loss or in this state of grief that it's not okay. If you've lost someone, if you've lost a relationship, you are meant to go through the grieving process for a time. You are not meant to stay there forever. So you ultimately need to change. And I want to point out that having this loss, having experienced this loss, is really ultimately helping you create the dreams that you want. It's helping you change in a way that will be more beneficial to you. Now, that might not be something that you ultimately want to hear, Pisces, but that is ultimately what it's saying. Because everything is based off of decisions. Right at the start with the Lovers card truly signifies the decisions that we make create and actually create what we end up facing, right? The Tower card is that divine intervention. Like, it represents destruction and enlightenment, but again, it's how you choose to see it. You can choose to see this loss as a destruction of your own life. But again, if your primary message here with the 22 is a master builder, what are you building? Are you wanting to continue to build a life based on loss, or do you want to build a life on love, on growth, on expansion, on change, right? Like, what are you wanting to build here? And the tender embrace is really about being open, right? But when you're in a place of poor me, or you're in a place of being the victim, you're closed off. You're not even aware of what is around you or who is around you that can ultimately help you open up to greater potentials that are available to you. So let's dive a little bit deeper here, Pisces, because I feel like there's more here. So let's see, because yeah, these are just like popping out. Because I feel like you know, with this Magician card right here, the Magician card is basically stating that you can, because if you believe in yourself enough, if you are confident in who you are, then you will be able to create and have the life that you ultimately desire. But again, it's about how you see things, okay? So it's ultimately about that. You have to be willing to to understand that. Again, you got the Empress again, and you got the Two of Cups here. So yeah, Pisces, I feel that you're needing to sort of, I feel that you're having this inner conflict within yourself. And this inner conflict is really causing you to see things from a very, from a lackful perspective. And this is why that whole victimhood is coming up here. You have the Five of Wands here with the Knight of Pentacles. And when it comes to the Five of Wands, the Five of Wands often speaks about competition and the debates. So my question to you is, do you have competing thoughts, or are you debating yourself that having that loss in your life is ultimately your burden to bear? Okay? Because the one thing about the Five of Wands is that it's really about you understanding that the only one that you are in competition with is yourself. So you can choose to see it as a competition, or you can choose to see it as a learning, right? A stepping stone. It is a stepping stone to help you get to something that is more consistent, something that is more loyal. And I feel this is about you being more loyal to yourself, you being open to the love and the empathy and the sensitivity from others, but also being willing to recognize that you hinder yourself by being in a state of the victim. The Three of Swords here with the Chariot the Three of Swords is really about, you know, the pain and the suffering of the loss that you've experienced here. And the pain is ultimately what's taking over. And I feel that they're wanting you to go beyond that. They're wanting you to move forward. It's almost like they're saying your time of grief was at this point, and grief will always be there. Do not get me wrong here, Pisces. Grief will always be there. But it is your choice. Are you willing? Your will to move beyond that is what's going to help you heal. It's what's going to help you be open to whatever new relationships come along the way. With the Empress here, again, it's about creation and it's about birthing something new. And I feel that what Spirit is really wanting you to be aware of is that you need to heal the loss and the grief that you have in your life here, Pisces, because there is potential for a new relationship on the horizon for you here with the Two of Cups. But again, if you're not willing to face your own insecurities, if you're not willing to face your own shadows or your own demons and change what needs to be changed and let go of what needs to be let go of, then it'll be really hard for you to find balance in another relationship, because then you'll just bring that pain into that other relationship. So Pisces, I really feel this is your message here. I feel that ultimately what Spirit wants you to know is that when we can be in a place of love, pure, unconditional love, we are open to infinite possibilities that way. We're not being limited to just one perspective or one experience. So Pisces, this is your message. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and I'm going to look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Bye, guys.